Dig myself.
We're recording.
Oh yeah.
That'll be a fun beginning.
I like that I'm not in this hot seat this time.
Hot seat. All right. Well, I mean,
Now you're in the cold seat.
you're just in the potentially cheater
My
seat.
Entire body just need to
I'm
be
kidding.
seen.
I'm kidding. Well, because this seat works for Katie.
Katie
She
always draws.
She never looks over here.
I can't read it.
I know.
swear to
I
God,
know,
bro.
I know. I actually
That
brought this
might
up
say
specifically.
rogue at the top.
Swear to me.
It doesn't.
See?
Right, okay. All right. So
Yes,
It says
well,
rogue
maybe
encampment.
maybe you're just really good at bluffing.
that time.
We should go to play blackjack together.
Yeah.
Even though you don't have to bluff in blackjack.
Yeah. The rest of the tables are like, so what do you have? I want to know if I should hit or not. And you're just like, a 3.
Yeah, it's not really a
It's like,
tell game,
I can
is
actually
it?
see right there. It's a 3.
You have a 10 and a 7.
I do want to play
3.
again, though. It's
By the way,
bad.
you shouldn't hit.
Yeah, 10 minus 7, 3. Yeah. That's right.
Woke up late,
Anyway.
be horrible. I was at blackjack.
3,
Dallas got you money.
2, 1. Hey!
Hi.
A very soft and reserved hey, because all of us are not here tonight. We are Sans, our healer, the lovely Katie.
Katie, if you hear this,
We love you.
I was just going to go with silence. But okay, we
Oh,
love
wow.
you. We love you.
If you hear this,
It means that we died
yeah.
No.
without our healer.
Welcome to episode 15 of our Diablo campaign, brought to you by Victory and Defeat. Just kidding. We're actually Victory and Defeat, and I'm not going to advertise an apple. It doesn't have a brand name. I've already done... Have I done Oreos? I don't think I've done Oreos. How could I have not done Oreos? We're 15 episodes in and I've not done Oreos yet. It's so obvious.
Just do the fucking Oreo.
No, I've done Oreos. I've done Oreos in the very
But which
beginning.
kind did you do?
Where I said that there's like way too many flavors or something like that. Yeah, I've done Oreos.
So have I.
You did that intentionally. I just don't like, and I hate you. Oh, give me the bottle of water. That has a brand name on it. Yes. Eventually, we're just gonna run out of brand names. It's the no label. This is the
On the
Iced
inside,
tea.
on the
Remember
inside,
the iced tea
swish
lemonade?
it, swish it to clear the fog.
This is
Swish it to
Arnold
clear the
Palmer.
fog. Hey, I can read it.
I hate
Oh.
fog.
Well, that's
I
fancy.
don't like it.
Me
I'll have
neither.
to like keep shaking it.
It's science, I understand.
It's eternal spring water. Just
Okay.
God.
This episode of V&D brought to you in part by Eternal Spring Water. You have to shake it to read it.
Also, if water is that color, don't drink it.
Yeah.
It has Mio inside.
Yep, sure.
Well, you're gonna have to.
No,
tell
I
what
bled
Leo
into
is
it and
now.
drank it.
I thought you just got water in Los Angeles.
All right.
No, it would still be clear. It just tastes like chlorine.
Chlorine and the tears of the populace.
So, does anyone remember where we left off?
I got a sword!
At the top of the tower.
Yes.
After we fought the lovely Countess von Dracula or whatever the fuck.
Whose sword I now have?
After Shiva wiped the field with a rolling of a 6
Yeah.
and did diamond dust, and then Jeff was like, "That was too easy." I'm like, "I know."
Too easy, man. I almost died like 3 times.
Twice, okay?
Yeah, you got to man up, bro.
Don't be overly dramatic.
Become a stronger tank.
Sword.
Be a stronger tank. Alright, guys. Yes, you are up at the top of this tower. And all is silence after the flames have died down, after the spirit of the Countess left her body. And, you've already looted and received your experience, so you're ready to rock and roll. Maybe some self-reflection on what you guys need to be doing or where to be going.
Andario.
Or maybe... Oh, do you even remember the name?
And then Ultimisha.
Yes,
I
Ultimisha is
hated
going to
that
cross
name.
universes.
I know, that's why I'm saying it.
Remind me of
Amy
a
at you.
vaginal disorder of some kind. Maybe
Ew.
Ooh, I got the Ultimisha
Ow.
I
real
was
bad.
totally going to use that voice, too. That's so weird. Oh, my
I just-
Ultimisha is
When I'm
flaring
trying to
up.
make fun of Jenny's complaints,
My-
it comes out like a Boston chick. I don't know.
my sword thirsts for enemy blood.
I slowly
Toshi's getting
shy
like-
away from Toshi.
Toshi's getting, like, real up in this biz right now.
What did you say?
Toshi says that and Big just kind of...
Oh, sorry, demonic blood.
Ooh,
Oh,
even better.
right.
Big just kind of...
Okay. I pat him on
Good joke. Moving on.
the thigh. No, the calf. I pat him on the calf. That's probably where I'm at, right?
Yes.
9'6". You do the math.
Calf.
Calf.
Yeah. Maybe the lower.
Calf.
Oops. Maybe
Does
the
that mean
lower
I've been
backside
like
of the thigh.
hunched over trying to fight this entire tower?
You have scoliosis.
At this point, just for trying to live in the human world, I'm all like Hunchback of Notre Dame.
I picture myself jumping like Yoda.
Yeah. I imagine Big just underhand swinging everything. Yeah. Alright, guys. So what would you all like to do?
I would like to progress back to the base of the tower if nobody else is going to.
Yes.
I follow.
I do as well.
But I don't feel good about it.
I just want to go loot the body that I threw out the window for shits and giggles.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
But didn't we loot him with our eyes?
No.
What do you want to do, Katie?
Hey, when I made that joke in our last campaign, I was called an asshole. She just made the same joke and no one reprimanded her. I feel gypped.
I did?
That's because you're an asshole, Tommy.
I thought I just repeated what you said.
It's probably because you said it in a more assholey, sassy-eyed coffee man way.
If you're going to T-ball it up, don't expect me not to take a swing.
Is it a T-ball because your name is Trevor?
It's a T-ball because I am literally incapable of hitting a regular baseball.
Oh, okay.
That's how shitty I am at baseball.
That was an even amount of self-deprecation for a joke. All right,
Yeah.
go on.
Very even filter. Good job, Trevor.
Good job, Trevor.
What a balanced self-hate joke.
Self-hate joke.
All right.
Those are my specialties.
You guys begin working your way down the stairs while someone in our party feels uneasy about it for some reason. They're like, I don't know, man.
I think we should jump from the top.
As he reaches as you guys reach the third floor, like 2 levels down from the top, Zen is like full on like quivering, like, oh, man, I don't know how I feel about this.
Is that what I sound like?
Yeah, your satyr senses
Now,
are tingling.
All right.
Sanderson is tingling.
Can I just say you guys are at the
Yes.
bottom, or is there like a specific way that you guys want to be traveling?
I
or
jump out the
searching
tower
anything?
and freeze like Iceman, freeze a slide down, and I have no dexterity, so I fall off and die.
Give me a roll.
I follow Big out
Okay.
the front door.
Okay.
I
Guys,
throw
walk
him
out
out the window
the,
expecting him to make said ice slide.
You guys walk out the front door of the tower, and you see off to the right the corpse of the one you threw out the window.
We loot it.
Yeah, I chuckle darkly to
18.
myself as Toshi goes over to loot it.
Excellent.
I'm gonna share. I just got a badass sword, so whatever we get, you
No,
guys
I'm
can have.
chuckling darkly to myself because I threw him out the window and it was awesome.
Yeah. Well, you find the low quality agents. I believe you called them agent hatchets.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna say you find 7 gold pieces.
Woo woo.
You can take all of them.
Wow. Do you want some
Go ahead,
gold pieces?
All yours.
Shiny, shiny.
Give me d20s, everyone.
Shiny, shiny.
Shunaroo.
5.
15.
5, 4, and 15. While you are looting, your little rat-like ears perk, and you hear, I don't know.
Nice falling and making loud noises.
I don't know why you're so incapable of not sitting still.
It's called ADHD.
AD. I forgot the letter D.
Well, they don't actually use the H anymore. It's obsolete, so everything's under an ADD spectrum umbrella.
I have
Everybody's on the
ADZYX,
spectrum.
you guys.
So the
All right.
attention deficit
ADXYZ.
spectrum, not
Yeah.
well.
ADXYZ.
Sometimes I wonder.
Anyway, your ears perk as you hear footsteps approaching from the distance. It's more than one set of footsteps. Yes.
I'm not paying attention because I'm debating burying the body to be nice.
Oh, okay. Well, I get your attention and I point.
It is also early morning as the sun is rising and the mist is starting to clear.
Oh, okay. I would like to try and sense stuff, like more specific stuff. You know,
Yes.
like what is that?
Yes.
With a 9. plus 6 for introspection.
The footsteps grow louder, and you hear one of them playing an instrument.
Oh.
Oh,
Like
God.
a
A
lute.
foreboding instrument or a nice, pleasant instrument?
It's pleasant, but there's no melody. It's as if they're just like warming up and they're just like
Oh.
scaling.
Do I feel drowsy?
You do not feel drowsy. You just hear the musician playing, and there's no real melody. It's
I
kind
am
of just like random
instantly angry
noodling.
and battle ready.
I'm gonna sneak. Just, because why the fuck
Yeah.
not with 13?
I want to hide behind a tree.
13.
13.
Plus 6.
I will
Plus
stand
0.
there and let my friends hide behind me because there are no trees.
Yeah, I was just about to say, you do not find any immediate trees nearby. However, you can hide
No
behind...
at all.
You can hide
It's
behind...
next to a tower. They don't have trees next to towers.
You can hide behind one of the broken down walls
I am
of the
This is
tower.
my friend Tree.
You what, honey?
I said I am Groot.
I am Groot.
So you're hiding behind one of the broken down walls, and you said you were sneaking?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what'd you roll on the sneak again?
13 plus 6.
Okay.
I exist.
And then Big, you're just kind of standing there like, noise.
I'm like, we're next to an actual like road, right?
Path.
Nearby a path.
Okay.
You're not on it, though.
Just to the side of the road,
Okay.
like sword in the sheath, but shield out, and just standing there, massive arms crossed, just waiting,
Alright. Terrific.
just looking angry,
Come at me, bro.
pretty much.
Well, I imagine angry is your usual, like, resting face.
It's like resting bitch face, but surlier.
Okay. Actually, like, scowling.
Yeah. Well, that it could be scowling. It could be that his eyebrows are just that thick.
You hear the kind of like, I say noodling because the dude is just kind of like soloing, and it gets a little bit more melodic, and you hear a slight hum of a male voice, and yeah, the hairs on the back of your neck actually start to stand on end, and
In a good way or a bad way?
in an unfamiliar way.
In a way.
In a way.
Can I discern whether or not there's more than one set of
Yes.
footsteps?
They are close enough now to where you describe them as many.
Ah,
We're in the middle of a parade.
Not
I
that
back up
many.
slightly towards my comrades, but still maintain the same brr posture.
And just there's sort of a hill. The tower's on a hill, and it's kind of hard to describe, but you can see 3 figures cresting over, like coming from the bottom of a hill, climbing up the hill towards the tower. So they come into view off of the road, and it's clear that they're walking toward the tower. And you guys haven't really made any noise,
Right.
so it's not like they're walking directly at you, Big, until they actually see you. And the humming grows a little bit louder as the 3 figures come up. They spot you, and then the humming kind of
Spot me.
the humming kind of just goes like, dude's still playing, and he's like,
Am I close enough to start seeing facial expressions?
yes. The bard has a very
Yes.
confused look on his face as a half giant is scowling at him, and the 2 people behind him are yes.
I'm just remembering Road to El Dorado when Miguel is like, like just like the battle music at the beginning.
That's kind of how he is right now because he's like a scowling half giant.
As soon as I get to the
Tell
point
us,
where they can
Miguel,
see
and
my
do
face,
it.
I stare the bard right in the eye and simply go,
Holy shit.
Don't
and just do the head nod.
don't reveal your secret that you're monosyllabic.
Reveal your secret.
I'll just go with completely mute instead.
Okay.
Now I'm throw him
That
off
works.
the trail.
The bard is a very well-dressed Gripply, which is a
Oh, what a-
toad-like humanoid.
That's cute.
What a tool.
He's playing a lute, And he has a very, like, kind of look on his face as he continues humming. And behind him come a Dryad and a Nord.
Ooh, a Nord.
What an eclectic group.
The,
I mean, not that we can throw that particular stone.
The Nord is vastly muscular and is in peak physical condition.
I am slightly aroused.
Yeah. He's slightly past his prime, maybe in his late 30s, you would estimate. And the Dryad is a younger female.
Oh.
They hail you defensively, like, hello? they're a little intimidated by your size.
Say nothing.
The Gripply's like,
Am I gonna have to communicate with them?
okay then.
Don't worry.
I'm not going to stop you.
Oh, okay.
I have
I mean,
0
I'm
cunning,
s-
so...
I'm stuck.
The bard stops playing and
Don't
holds
worry,
onto his
guys, I got
instrument
this.
with one hand, puts it at his side, and begins speaking in a very like burp, 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 burp kind of voice. 'cause
So
he's
he
a toad.
ribbits.
Yeah. And he asks you, "Are you from here?"
I shake my head, hook a thumb at the tower, and just say, big.
Yes, I see, Half Giant. The tower is rather big. It's very impressive and impressively old.
I thumb my chest, big.
The Nord
Cute.
grabs the Gripply's shoulder and beckons to him like no.
Okay.
He whispers something faint in the Gripply's ear, and the Gripply goes, like a sudden understanding.
I look at him and go, big.
The Dryad the entire time appears to be like kind of like thumbing the top of her bow, just to get the sensation. Yeah, it feels like almost like a nervous antic, and she's just kind of like studying.
If I appear, I'm gonna scare them.
They're just kind of like she's like studying them and studying the half giant. Like this is odd.
DM.
Yes.
Do I know where my friends went, even though they are being snucked?
You have no idea where Toshi is, but you
No.
definitely know
Yeah.
where Zen is.
Okay,
I'm right here, bro.
I'm gonna walk up behind him then, so they can't see me, and unsneak myself,
Okay.
Can I? Oh,
so don't
damn it,
scare
never mind.
them.
Sure.
And
You
I was gonna
unsneak
say, can
yourself.
I like gesture to you guys first to try and make it look like it's not aggressive?
Yeah. The Gripply spots you
Left is a
and
house.
is like appear behind him, and he's like pointing and whispering, and Nora goes.
I point to the little rat go and just.
Oh yeah, I bow and say greetings.
Nord is much slower in speech, but still says, "Who is your rat friend?"
Okay, well, I can introduce myself. I don't want to get in the way of this.
I am actually going to pull out a new word.
Ooh.
I'm
Okay.
going to point at the rat and just nod and say, friend.
Aww.
Point where I know Zen to be and say, friend, again.
He quirks his eyebrow and is like, "I'm sorry, am I supposed to be seeing something?"
I look at where I know Zen is, just go,
I shout back, what?
Yeah, the Nord goes, a very like almost like Scotsman, like,
My character smiles up at him when he does the friend.
I'm having too much fun with this.
It's cute.
The Dryad of the group finally speaks up randomly and says, she's kind of whispering, it's just rather soft-spoken, but you do pick up what she says, and she asks to the rest of her party if this is the right tower.
Oh.
I pantomime like undead shit. I don't know.
If you're
They
gonna-
seem extremely confused by your hand gestures.
Can we see the dead guy that I threw out the window from here, or is he on the other side?
I communicate that it's a tower of death. What are you looking for? With my 6 cunning.
Well, it appears that we found the right place, the Gripply says. The Tower of Death. Excellent. And riches, I suppose. Have you been inside?
Can I approach now,
Yes.
holding out the abomination penis tip and the fallen arm that I've had from like the first session? One in
As
each.
he does that, I want to assist by holding out Rakanishu's desiccated head.
One in each hand. I walk up to Big and I'm just like, "We're getting a good collection, aren't we?" And then I look over at them and go, "What's up?"
The
Just idly
fallen
start
arm
jumping.
is absolutely diseased by now, and the flesh is no longer on the bone. So you have basically
A bone.
a stained bone.
Yeah, cool.
Like, so you have this blood-stained like
I'm
humerus
Captain Picarding right now.
and the penis tip.
The abomination penis tip that I've had for a few sessions. Yeah.
Okay,
That's
okay.
right.
Right. So
Hey,
so
at
that's
least the head is
also
properly
very
dry.
ugly looking now, but it is still there and intact. And then you pull out Rakanishu's head and hold it out, and Toshi, what do you do?
I'm doing this because I'm
Oh,
embarrassed
yes.
by them. But then, like, I guess
They-
Our soul, our manners are just through
They
the
seem
window.
slightly.
I tell them honestly, I don't know how much riches are in there, but there's a lot of dangerous shit, and I don't know if we should go in there.
I mean, you don't have to worry about the danger anymore. I mean, I wave the penis tip at them like, it's empty.
And I draw a
Well, that
line
we
across my
know.
throat saying, big.
We also got the prize
But
katana.
feel free to go in and look.
They
okay?
seem marvelously impressed,
Oh, okay.
and the Gripply speaks up like, "We have heard rumor of riches and a countess.
Oh yeah, she was easy.
Easy. Did you sleep with her?"
Use your
Yes.
imagination. And then I killed her with diamond dust.
Ah.
She wasn't very
Very
nice.
simple.
She was.
Ah.
Did
As if it were apparent.
Did you break down diamonds and use it as an attack, like
You don't know about.
telekinetically?
You don't know much, do you?
He's motivated by
He
that.
actually seems very taken aback. Like, I do. Actually, I'm very well learned. I'm not familiar with this diamond dust.
It's a spell. It's not real diamonds. I'm afraid.
Oh.
Sparkle.
Ooh.
Shiny,
He actually
shiny.
kind of goes like,
2 syllables, man.
sparkle. It's pretty good.
But truthfully,
Shimmer, sparkle.
we
Friend.
did not find much treasure in there.
Right,
I
fair.
told him. That he should be free to go look for some, but that I still have an uneasy feeling about the place. To which one of you can quip, he has an uneasy feeling about every place.
The dryad speaks up. The dryad speaks up again and goes, "You two. Well, it seems that they have beaten us to the treasure. However,
I just go,
are we to assume that they're telling the truth?"
Go look for
And the
yourself.
Nord is basically just like,
I just... This.
"Are you
all 3 of
suggesting
us
these
just
people are
gesture
lying
at the
to
door at the
us
same
again?"
time. Like, be our fucking
Go.
guest.
7 gold pieces.
Well, I don't mean to really waste our time searching an empty tower.
Okay.
What did you find in there?
This sword.
It's
What did we
Nice.
find in there?
very exotic.
Gold pieces. I don't remember what
I
else.
activate Frozen Plane.
No.
No, I do.
Okay.
It's not going to cause any harm, but I'm not liking where this is going.
Yeah, I don't either, actually.
It's a 7, it activates.
Okay. The Nord is like,
It's cold.
it just got colder here. And the Dryad whispers something to him. And he nods. The Gripply seems uneasy.
My arms go back over my chest.
He reminds me of the frogs from Spirited Away.
Gripply's gross
which
me
is
out,
not
dude.
gold.
Yeah.
I always think of the toad demons from Jade Empire. I'm not sure if any of you played that, but they're big honking toads that just like slap you. It's yeah. Anyway,
Is that Ruby?
The Gripply lifts up his instrument and he says, Our friend here recognized a little hostility. We don't mean harm.
I lean back on my heels a little bit, slightly less aggressive.
Is this a song he's doing? Or?
No. He's not singing when he's saying, but he's just kind of like readying his instrument.
He's rapping.
Yes, he's rapping.
I say, forgive me, but wondering what the details were of our own loot through our adventures and struggle seemed a little bit out of place amongst people that we do not know, have come across us randomly, and are not going to get it from us.
I give you a curt nod.
So, apologies if this is misunderstood, but it's an odd question.
And Gripply goes, I see. Well, you see, we are adventure seekers and treasure hunters, and we have sources indicating treasure from within the tower, and saying that you didn't find anything really is a little bit odd.
We found plenty,
Be our
but enough for us.
guest.
So go on through if you want, because we don't want anything else in there.
Be fucking careful.
The Dryad whispers again in the Nord's ear.
God, why don't I have mental prowess? I always
Can I
feel
try-
naked without mental
Can I
prowess.
try and hear it with my rat ears? 13 plus 6.
You know that the Dryad is not the most cunning type and is easily detectable in common tongue when she whispers. And she basically said, let's not engage these people that we just met, basically.
You guys have a good night.
We can double check the tower because she's whispering for a while. She is basically saying like we can double check the tower. I'm sure they've missed something.
Cool.
And
I kill them and take all the loot.
No.
Nord is silently like squinty eyed like the whole time she's talking. And the Gripply's kind of like doing like a dodgy eye like.
These people are so dead. I don't say that out loud. I'm just thinking.
Yes,
We-
but
we wiped out every threat
I would
in
like
there.
to stand
Just
between
in
my
general.
companions and this other group, but in such a place where I'm not between them and the door.
okay. You kind of already are. They could walk a direct path to the door, but they would be walking beside you, like within like 10 feet of you.
I ask.
I don't move.
Okay. Okay. What were we saying?
I want to ask them if they came across anything strange or threatening on the way here. I guess. Ooh, with a 2. I guess that was not very good.
You clumsily speak, but ask them if they came across anything interesting upon their travels, essentially.
Okay.
And they were like, the Gripply is about to speak, and then the Nord puts their hand on his shoulder, and he goes. Nord goes, that's none of your business.
I chuckle darkly to myself, realizing the what he did there.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, if you folks wouldn't mind, my party and I would like to scour the remnants of this tower that we don't believe you searched very well.
No one's stopping you.
I
Say that
now
as-
step back a little bit further from the path so that they have an easier way.
Yeah, me too. I'm kind of done, and I just start walking.
As I'm going, I do that sweeping kind of like,
We're all so done with this conversation that we all like separate in 3 random directions. We're just like, fuck, no, guys, we're a unit. Fuck.
Sayonara!
you guys were so boring that we literally just broke up the party. Fuck this.
As the 3 of them approach, they are now within ranged distance, and you see a little bit more of like what they have. The Gripply again is almost regal looking. He's very, very well dressed. He has a lute, and again fancy, colorful, toady clothes, and he has a like a large bag and some knickknacks on his belt and whatnot. So he seems like
But he's still
seasoned.
beautiful.
Or they're genuine adventurers, because we have good shit, too.
The Nord has his long brown hair pulled back. Yes.
She's laughing because I caught her.
And he's wearing impressive armor. And he has a large sword and shield on his back.
I
look at my sword.
Maybe we
Back
didn't
it
search
is.
it well enough, guys.
I feel like this is an opportunity to be evil.
Very much an opportunity to be evil.
Yeah, and like
It
maybe we didn't look in there for everything.
I'm not interested in going back into the tower, but
No, I'm
honestly,
not
if
either.
Katie were here, I would honestly be tempted to go dark in this moment, but because they're so highly clad, I'm not so encouraged. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because they're balanced. Like there's a bard range-ish like benefiter, there's a melee guy, and there's a ranged chick. So they're
Yep.
just missing a mage. I offer my services, and then I lie and take all their gold. I'm kidding. I don't do that.
As they're approaching, the Dryad is staying like a good 20 feet behind them.
It's a big gap.
It is a
Anticipating
big
us
gap.
attacking.
Yes. She keeps her distance and takes more of like an arced path to the door instead of a direct path like the other two.
Hey, I think we should watch them. See if
Oh, we
find
are.
anything in there.
I am
chill.
freaking eyes on the Nord, not in like the hey baby kind of way, but in the when are you going to attack me because I'm ready kind of way.
I think she means like for when they come back out of the tower.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, my bad.
God, Trevor.
I'm more of the mind that as soon as they go in the tower, we just fuck off and go our own way.
Or I freeze the door shut and lock them inside.
Or call it another lonely day.
I can just bust down the wall and block it with stone too, that which you can then freeze.
Yep. Okay.
They finally make it to the door with the Dryad a good distance behind them again, and the Dryad is looking at the three of you the entire time that they're basically at the door. They're examining it, making sure that it's safe to enter.
I wave and say, we
Take a
killed all the
further
enemies.
step back away from them.
The Dryad essentially just nods.
I do point out, though, so to be fair, we didn't see a passage leading down. It's possible that there's something beneath the tower. But, you know, and so if that's the case, then there might be enemies down below. But anyway, you're a tree, so you're fine. I say that.
She speaks in a soft voice again, which makes you lean in to listen.
But she's like 40
And
feet
you
away.
secretly hate that about her.
Oh,
The
okay.
fact that you have to lean in to listen to her.
I don't.
But she basically very kind, like, well, not kindly.
Polite.
It is masked by politeness. And she says, I am not a tree, satyr. I am a dryad.
I say, I know. I'm a satyr. I live with trees. I sleep with
But
trees.
she actually did laugh and was surprised at himself.
And you are like a perfect hybrid of what I sleep under and sleep with.
Oh dear.
I snort derisively.
She quirks her mouth, winks, and says, kinky.
I say,
Oh dear.
I know.
Oh.
I roll my eyes and begin walking away.
I follow Big without hesitation.
Just literally, just with that, I'm just like, just lumber away.
The Gripply, while the Nord is fucking with the door, the Gripply like looks over his shoulder and hears the word kinky come out of his companion's mouth and quirks like an eyebrow, turns his head, and goes, "Don't dilly with these foreigners."
Racist.
As I walk away,
As I hear him say
big.
that essentially possible racist comment, I shout back, you know, to open the door, you just fucking turn the knob. Shouldn't take you that long.
Wasn't there not a door? Sorry, just
What?
trying to remember. I thought I ripped it off the fucking hinge.
Did he?
I don't believe you ripped it off the hinge.
I don't remember that.
I'm misremembering that.
Maybe it was
Maybe
door
maybe
inside.
you wanted to.
Yeah.
That could be it.
Anyway, I go with Big. I am done with these people.
No, we're not gonna watch for them to come back out.
Actually, you know what? Come to think of it, I think that it was just an open archway on the bottom floor.
Then why are they standing there doing nothing?
They've been examining an archway this entire time, looking for traps.
Because they actually suck at what they do.
Yes. Actually, it's because I forgot. And
Yeah, because I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna have to kind of like retcon, like you do, and say that they haven't been examining a door. That's actually I really fucked up as a DM.
They're checking for
But
traps.
yeah, they've been checking for traps and they've been examining the first floor from a distance.
They've been
Obviously,
excavating
you don't have a rogue.
the stone wall.
Did you actually? Oh no, you wouldn't say the rogue line out loud because you're big, big.
Big.
You ended up just saying big.
Or I would say big, and it would be via context that I actually was saying that, but all I actually said was big.
So I believe you gave the finger and walked away. Is that what was happening?
Yes, it was.
And then I shouted at them, I'm changing it to, it's an archway. You walk through it, doesn't take that long. And then I walk. It's only because of the comment that the Gripply made.
The Nord actually sounds angry and is basically like he means like safety first,
Sure.
but it comes out as just like this like distorted jumbling of words that he's just angrily saying, like
You're supposed to, like...
yeah. It's like this sort of like brutish like shut the fuck up kind of like.
Don't tell me what to...
Sing-
You're not my...
I laugh uproariously as I walk.
And I shout, to Andariel!
Yeah, let's get on with it. I'm over this.
They seem unfazed by the way you guys leave.
Perfect. I hope we see them later so we can fuck them.
As you guys are leaving, you notice
That's
that
fine.
the Dryad has not turned her back on you guys ever. Was watching you guys leave.
Good, she saw me flip the bird.
Yep, she saw that. But she's
That's
not
for you,
responding to
Liz.
any comments or the bird.
Well, I noticed that because I have lots of cunning.
You do.
I'm intrigued by these 3 random NPCs that may or may not be in the Diablo campaign. Most likely not. But I'm going to see that if they're important enough for Jeff to bring back around in the story, I leave and head towards the Andariel destination. Alright.
Cool.
I do want to
You-
know if they find anything.
You follow the road like northeast.
You can stay.
Well, not road, but
No,
path
I don't
rather.
split the party, and this is what we're supposed to be doing.
That's yours.
Is it?
It's a napkin.
Election mail.
Ooh, Trump.
Somebody opposing Trump.
Oh, good.
Oh, Trump.
She's opposing him.
Let's throw it away.
Okay.
It has his face on it.
Ooh, a presidente.
Ooh, Trump.
This is also yours, but it's
So you
more...
could say you guys were handed a...
I'm not voting
Trump
yes on me
card.
anyway, so.
As you guys are walking along the path, you see the remnants of a camp that was made just off the road, as well as several piles of bones alongside near the camp.
Are we going the same direction that they were coming to us from?
No.
Okay.
Oh, so
Thank you.
wasn't their camp?
I examined the camp. Go into it.
Examine the bones.
I examined the air.
Damn it, Jim.
I examined the air. There's pollution, damn it.
I can,
Earth Day.
I can sense what you cannot.
I'm magical. I sense for magic.
Actually,
8 plus 11.
man, I'm making a lot of mistakes. I have to take back what I said. It is from the direction where the rest of them came.
Then I really inspect
Yeah,
it.
maybe it was their
I'm really
camp,
sorry.
guys.
I'm very sorry.
I
I
inspect-
Well, I don't
I
find shit.
misspoke like crazy.
I inspect it twice.
Okay. Is the regular remnants of a camp.
Yeah.
The campfire seems to have been recently put out.
Huh. Did they put it out well, or are they going to start forest fires?
They're not going to be starting any forest fires as a
Oh
small.
my god, Jenny.
I was going to stomp it out. I don't care for that in game or out
Yes.
of game.
Forest fires.
Well, I was going to inspect the camp, but I rolled a nat 1, so instead I'm just going to go try and find some firewood to get this fire going again.
Come on, baby, light my fire.
You find any foreboding logs that aren't too damp by the marshy waters.
No, the nat 1 means he actually takes the bones and tries to light them.
Oh yes, and you examine the bones as well, and you only know enough to know that they're bones.
That actually explains the extent of Big's knowledge.
Yeah.
But I have +6 anthropology skills.
You come back with a very large piece of lumber.
I just throw this fucking log in there and go, why is it not lighting on?
I got a 19 on
That's
the
not how
magic roll.
fire works.
Examining for magic. You feel the faint presence of magic that has passed.
I rolled for rat senses, and I rolled a 6 + 6.
What does that even mean?
You feel comfortable
Okay.
in this environment.
Are there still tents, or is it just evident that there used to be...
Evident that there used to be tents.
Okay. I examine the bones now, too, to see if they are humanoid.
Do we have tents?
What?
I don't think so. I think we have, like, sleeping rolls. Yeah. That's a 14... No cutting.
And you are examining the
Bones to
The
see if I can
bones.
tell where they came from, like what animal or creature. And by
They are-
doing this, I take like the longest bone and try to compare it to like my femur,
Yeah.
to my
They
humerus,
are
to my tibia.
they are humanoid. You know immediately just by the skull. They are definitely humanoid, and you feel that the magic had come from them.
Are there bite marks?
Humanoid, but
No.
not human?
There's no bite marks.
No magic.
So the Gripply didn't eat them.
It's really weird.
Well, they're it's literally just bone. Oh, you mean bite marks on the bones?
Because Gripplies have
themselves?
that ability
Yeah,
to
yeah,
eat
yeah,
bodies.
yeah. No, there's no bite
Ripley
marks.
swallow whole, they don't chew.
Okay, fair.
Grippleys, believe it or not.
Ripley's
Yeah, Gripplies, believe it or not. But yeah, no bite marks. But you feel that there was magic coming from these bones of magic past, and you feel that there was magic at the campsite as well.
This isn't going to be sort of meta. Does any of our intuition pick up on something bad having happened? Are any of us cunning enough to be like Sherlock, to be all like, something's awry? Your
Sherlocky senses are picturing that these bones used to be standing recently.
Oh, got it. Necromantic. I think necromantic. Necromantic.
Is it nighttime? Like getting there?
What?
Is it, what time of day is it?
It is. I'm gonna say late morning now. Well, maybe not even late. Just morning time. It's like 9 or 10.
For some reason, my brain thought nighttime. That's why I was gonna get the fire going. Fuck this shit. Let's keep going.
I take the skull and put it in my inventory.
There's more than one.
I put one of average size into my inventory, into an average size pocket.
Okay. You have an average skull and an average pocket.
Average
I just prop kicked one of the other ones
in
into the-
average pocket, all capitalized.
So I have like no species skills that would help me try and figure out what the hell happened if I rolled high enough.
Steven's
Go ahead.
Your game, not mine.
20.
Well, look at that.
Wow.
Damn.
You understand exactly what happened here by the scent.
I did want to smell the air earlier.
You were like, I smell the familiar scent of Gripply that we had just spoken with. That party was here, and you can tell by the way that the bones are scattered that there was a battle here, and it wasn't just physical combat.
Okay.
Does she know anything about what the dead were? The bones?
She gets like the hair standing up on like the back of the neck feeling, and she puts it together that they are basically from like the forces unknown, like the sort of like demonic kind of presence that she's so familiar with.
Cool.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
So there's no
If
real
they're like
evidence.
humans or something, I was gonna go back and kill them.
There's no real evidence pointing to them being nefarious.
No, and maybe I shouldn't have been so worried about them.
I feel like we had decent reason to worry
Worried
about
about their
them.
safety versus
Oh.
yeah, no, obviously we needed to worry about it.
None of you felt that they were inexperienced.
Okay.
I
You-
kinda did, I'm a skeptic.
Yeah, you know that by the way that they were handling themselves and the questions that they were asking and how well equipped they were and their choices that they were making of giving information versus not giving information to you, all pointed to very experienced explorers.
Do you relay all the information, all the findings that you learned? Okay. So then upon that news, I guess Zen would be all like, fuck, we have rivals.
Yeah, you guys can assume that I'm always doing that. If I don't want to, I will say so.
Okay, cool.
But I have no interest in keeping things from you guys.
Toshi decides to not share, dick. No.
It would not be honorable to share things that might be crucial to
Bring a
battle.
dishonor.
My friends.
Konnichiwa.
Hi!
Motherfucker.
Alright, I would like to proceed.
Okay. You
But
proceed-
what does everybody else want? Okay.
Alandul or whatever.
You
Toshi.
proceed
Towards Toriel.
towards like the northeastern direction, and the path that you have been following is leading uphill at a nice steady pace, and eventually forks. One leading east up the cliff of a kind of like a moderately sized like hilly range, and then
moor.
one to the left, heading basically directly northeast. Through what appears to be a valley. Yes.
I pull out the map and attempt to read it upside down.
You read it upside down, and you're confused.
I grab it and fix it for him and say, seriously, dude?
I just kind of nod and say, "Big."
Yeah, you got it. Or something.
And just whip it out again and attempt to correlate which direction we should be going to get directly to our objective.
The path to the monastery would be heading directly east.
I point to that one on the map and look at my party members with a quirked eyebrow.
East? I thought you said Weast.
Wumbo!
I'm like genuinely concerned for a second and start putting my hand the other way, going like, but there's no path east.
Big.
Big.
I start heading east and ignore the beauty of this valley, which for some reason I'm imagining to be a meadow, but I'm going
It's
to...
meadow-esque.
Damn.
Dun,
I want to have a picnic. I keep going, but then I look at my friends and I'm just like, do you want to like stay and like have a picnic or something? Maybe have a harem?
No.
Okay,
I look
then...
at you guys, look down, and just kind of go, keep walking.
I remind you that the thicket is where Bambi's mother died, and I keep walking.
Oh, and I'm a goat, so
Oh,
I start prancing
another-
through the meadow.
Another detail that I missed, I'm sorry. The meadow leads to northeast, and the trees begin to thicken as it goes north.
Just like the plot.
Yes.
I head as east as we can east.
Got it. You head up the path along a cliffside to the east, and you begin experiencing a tightening in the path, and the path is now overlooking the valley in which you could have gone after quite some time.
Is the path becoming overgrown?
Bit, but you feel like this path is actually quite well traveled.
Okay.
Good. Watch for ticks.
I look out at my hairy legs. And
I was
I'm
100% serious.
I
Watch for text, dude.
As he itches.
Do I need to start checking your oxtails?
I'm like, we're all hairy. Like, we're gonna be fine.
Oh.
You see, after quite a while of following this path, that's becoming like afternoon now, early afternoon. You all are getting a little tired from traveling uphill for a few hours now, and there's a large pike with a mostly fleshless corpse on it.
So the Baratheons have been here. Not the Baratheons. Fuck.
And it's
What name?
Literally just
Were you trying to make a Bolton reference?
Bolton.
Because you
Thank
really
you.
have
Bolton.
Bolton there.
Flesh
I'm
on
sorry. B
Yeah.
name. B name.
I can see the
there. The
correlation.
bastard of Bolton.
Faces.
Is it the Boltons?
The pike is just
flayed man.
It's just off of the road,
Okay.
and it's at the base of basically a sheer cliffside as the path is
The
starting to turn around
dreadful.
it.
Okay, I'm done. Sorry.
What
You
does
get-
in what shape is the body? Has it been there for a while? Is
It's
it starting
definitely been
to
there for a
slough
while.
off?
It's definitely been there for a while. Most of the flesh is sloughed off.
Ew, I hate that
Still-
word. There we go again with that.
Still, intact
Is there
in
anything,
terms of the skeleton.
anything carved in the pike and warning?
No, there's no warning aside from the corpse itself being a sufficient enough warning.
Right.
And there's still even like a little bit of hair on the
that's
corpse.
disgusting.
Long hair.
Why do I...
What's up?
What condition is the pike in besides bloody?
It is very effed up.
Oh,
It
fuck
is.
thing, then.
It's been
I casually
battle
pick it
worn and weathered.
I feel like it's almost like a landmark.
I check for traps.
You know how like on Everest they have like bodies as landmarks?
You're like,
Do they?
Yeah. Old hikers that didn't make it, like Green Boots apparently, is, oh, we're at Green Boots, turn left.
Oh.
That's fucked.
Cameron told me about that.
It's hard to do, climbing that thing.
And we're doing the same thing right now. We're not. But still, I look at it, I'm just like, how interesting. And then I zap it to see if it actually freezes. And then I keep going.
it freezes and one of its bones falls off its body from the impact.
I'm like, I feel kind of bad. And I keep going.
Yeah.
I follow.
So I have forebodingness.
I tried to check for traps, but
There's no traps.
I rolled a 2, so...
You're pretty sure, like, a 2 is a...
You walk into a hallway and you instantly take a fireball to the face.
Thanks.
She will never live that down.
No.
No, it's been like 5 fucking years.
No, it hasn't. It's been like 3.5.
It's been more than that.
I think it's been more.
A combination of 3 and 5.
Grieve.
3 years.
Well,
What is that from?
that's Celebrity Jeopardy.
Yes.
Grieve.
Who did Thrieve?
It was Sean Connery, I believe.
Oh.
I believe it was Sean Connery. Ah, 3. 3.
That's the sound your mother made last night.
Moo.
Moo.
He says it with like a question mark almost. Moo. Alright. Good times.
Happy Mother's Day, all you moms out there.
Happy Mother's Day.
I didn't mean that.
Or as my Facebook post says, Happy Mother's Day to all you fine ass MILFs out there.
Oh my god.
Nice, Jeff.
Excellent.
Well, it wouldn't have been Jeff if it wasn't a Jeff.
Yeah. Alright.
Milfs,
You
though.
proceed around the cliffside. So to make this clear, you're on like 2 cliff sides. The path is overlooking the cliff, and then there's another cliff
Good
to
thing
your
I
right.
have lightness of foot.
Yes.
So we're on one side of the canyon.
Yes.
After the whole thing with the body on the pike, I'd like to walk with my sword out, if I could.
You got it. You round the bend, and at the top of a hill, you are struck by the sight of a very large monastery.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Finally!
Well, in this game, I
Shit.
just don't have a good feeling about monasteries.
Well, considering we were going to a monastery to fight a demon lord, yeah.
They also don't make sense, frankly, because there is no god. But anyway,
But there are angels.
that makes no fucking sense.
Well,
Neither does
you
the
can
old
worship other things.
You should worship Boba Fett.
Feelings.
That's actually the phone case I ordered. I'm waiting for it to arrive.
Lame.
Kill
Kidding.
him.
I'm gonna kill your girlfriend.
I'm telling you, man, things are already in motion.
Oh, I fucking love our friendship. Anyway,
I totally forgot what I was
You
going to
know
say.
I was thinking the same damn thing. Anyway,
The monastery front is in the near distance. It's a good, like, few hundred yards away as you're walking up on it. It's at the top of a hill, overlooking a large valley, and there are corpses about.
Can I see?
corpses about?
Since I have like really good eyesight, can I like scan it for any
You got
danger?
really good eyesight, you got really
Or-
good smell, you got really good hearing.
I just
Jesus.
made all this shit up because it's true in real life. What's that? Oh, well, that's an 11 plus 6.
She's saying that Skavens in real life are really cunning.
Yeah, I mean, all the
Perceptive.
Skavens I've met in real life have been
Oh,
way
yeah.
smarter than I
I
am.
think I dated one.
Wow.
Alright, shitty on that one, by far.
You are certain by a feeling that you've once experienced in the past that this is a silent and complete battlefield.
Uh-oh.
It is finished.
Oh, okay.
There's no sounds of battle at all.
No sounds of battle, and that stillness in the silence reminds you of your past.
Well, I'm morose.
Yes.
I, relay this. to
What are
you.
these corpses looking like?
Robed figures, some of the sisters, skeletons, small and large beasts.
Okay, forgive
Quite
me.
the battle.
Forgive me for this, guys, but what quality of clothing are the robe people and the sisters wearing?
The sisters are wearing what you've already seen.
Don't know the details.
But like, are they? If we looted them,
In what condition?
Yeah, like-
they are effed up.
Okay.
It was a very hard fought battle.
Rags.
Most of them have charred remains, lots of burn marks, and lots of bleeding. So deep claw marks. So burn and bleed. The robes of the robed figures you believe to be on the side of the sisters, for they resemble the same colors. And you imagine that they were probably some type of scholarly type.
They were monks, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
That's sad.
Zen tries to get over the possibility that he's gonna have flashbacks, and he
You too, huh?
goes, only about one person, goes to the monastery and thinks to himself, what a wonderful world. Anybody?
Yeah, I got it.
Like, they're complete silence. I'm like, too vague?
Don't touch the laptop because it shakes the camera. Sorry. But yes, you think to yourself, what a wonderful world.
As I make my way toward the monastery, not expecting much.
At the side of all the bodies, by the way, Big is giving an almost constant, almost subsonic, just angry growl.
I
Very
am
low
so
Since we're doing backstory shit.
morose, melancholy, pensive, head bowed,
Just angry.
walking.
The
I
only
don't
sound,
want to talk about
The
it.
only sound that you hear is
Okay,
a
Jenny.
slight howling from the top of the hillside from wind. Howling of wind.
I was gonna ask.
And footsteps of your own making as you approach the already open doorway leading into the monastery.
Well, time to go read some books, guys.
I say out loud to the party, somebody won, and somebody left something behind, or else they are still here.
Trophy.
I'm going to close Facebook because it's annoying me. But if anyone wishes to message me, like, because I still am open to
I'll write on my
private
notepad.
messages,
and hand it to you.
that works. Or you can just tell me, hey, read what I sent you.
Bro.
However you want to do it, it's fine. But yes.
I feel like it's like approaching the Temple of Time or something.
But yes. Yes. It is a grand monastery. Basically, on the inside, the shit is fucked up. There are basically broken like candelabras and sconces. None of the flames that used to light these hallways are none of the flames
They used to light this hallway are lit.
Are lit. Thank you. I was like, how am I wording this?
The torches and the
So-
sconces are lit with flame that would light the place with flame.
Yes, with fiery flames, burning fiery flames. Yes. So the
That
hallways
light
are a little
glorious
shadowy, and there is a bright morning or afternoon sunlight shining through very large, high windows. So you can kind of get the image of like, rays of light coming through like the windows of a dimly lit grand monastery hallway.
I
Rather.
want to see a picture of this.
Is it like since we started to now just bodies?
I wouldn't say they're like you're having to like step over bodies, but there are
signs of them all
bodies
throughout.
everywhere. Yes.
The growling gets louder.
So imagine that scene in 300 where there's that like town where it's like all bodies made of like that tree or something.
As you
When I just play the
sufficiently
Diablo games, it's just corpses fucking everywhere.
pass the archway, at the beginning of or at the entrance of the monastery, it becomes even quieter as you no longer hear the howling of wind. Literally your own breathing patterns and footsteps at this point. And then you hear slight
Rustling of cheeses.
rustling of Cheez-Its as Toshi pulls out snacks.
It's like dead silent. We're all on edge, just. I hear. We all like turn, and there's Toshi just.
But it's stealthy, quiet eating.
Yes.
I freeze Toshi.
Like Drax and his chips.
I mastered the art of being invisible.
You recognize the sound, specifically Toshi, as gnawing on bone.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's very faint and is coming from another room.
I gesture and I sneak. 11 plus 6.
Thank you for specifying that order.
Yeah,
I sneak and
gesture.
points. We're just like,
But then
where
you
to
guys,
go?
so you guys should, like, if I point at something and look urgently, like, and then disappear, you should know that means danger, right?
I should
But then,
just.
so you sneak and then point, so you were like go invisible and then you point. We're like
No, it was the other way around.
teasing.
Okay.
So I go in that direction very loudly and
Yeah,
just
me
start like banging my boots as I go in that direction.
Actually,
I don't
legit,
do that.
I might do that because then it draws attention away from you guys.
Okay. I have hooves anyway. I don't have boots.
As you guys start
I dare you, so
making
your hooves make no sound.
more than a normal amount of noise, you hear the gnawing on the bone get louder as you approach, but then suddenly stop.
Oh.
And it grows louder because you're getting closer. I want to make that
Yeah.
point very clear. So it is silent again, except for the extra noise that you guys are making.
Are we all progressing forward?
Yeah.
I will make no secret of my presence, knowing that it'll help Toshi be more snug.
You come to another already open archway that leads into a courtyard.
I'm gonna go try and see if I can locate the sound of the gnawing. I know it stopped, but
Are you progressing beyond, like, in front of the party?
yes.
Okay. You cross the archway into the courtyard. It is not as lush as it once was. You are immediately able to distinguish that. Like,
Sad.
there's like flower pots and like little tiny gardens along the corners of the courtyard, and they're just not green anymore, and they've all been stomped on basically.
Like the air temple.
It's very suspenseful.
It is.
I'm expecting for some sort of like
Disgusting thing.
horde to come bursting out from somewhere, or for Andariel to be all like, "What's up? I wiped all them out. What do you think I'm going to do to you?" The kind of thing.
Something is gnawing though.
Yes.
Do we see where the gnawing is coming from?
It's
The
stopped.
gnawing Gnark?
Ganasti.
Big and
Gnark
Zen
character.
have not entered the courtyard yet.
I would like to.
Okay. You enter the courtyard behind Toshi, just as... but you're not aware of where Toshi is, so I want to make that clear. But I'm going
I'm
to
aware where I
illustrate
am.
to Toshi that she sees 4 very large hulking beasts, similar to the gargantuan beasts that you have faced previously. And they're all standing over a couple of corpses that are now unrecognizable, as they have basically mutilated them and started chewing on their bones.
They're all the same.
They're all still, yeah, they're all the same. They're all like still standing over the body, but they're kind of like doing this motion where they're like looking around because they heard the big footsteps. Yes. They do not
So we're
know.
doing this, right, guys?
They do not know that you're there.
Yeah,
Tell
we're
me-
doing this.
Tell me again how many? 3?
4.
4.
I can take care of 1.
Frozen Plain is still active.
Yes, it is.
And I start banging my sword against my shield.
The 4 of them turn around and face the archway as you walk in, basically, and you
Balls of
know
nonchalant
immediately that the 4 of them are like similar to your size, just about,
Oh shit.
and they start coming at you.
Can I say that as he does this, I not sit down. I always imagine going into like the Avatar state.
Yeah.
But like I begin to channel Shiva for 2 turns.
Sure.
2
I
turns, not 3.
Make my way
Downtown.
behind them area.
Okay.
That was an 8.
Are you going to engage them first or wait for them to engage Big?
I'm gonna engage them first.
Okay. You start summoning behind
Because it takes me
Big.
longer too.
Big is standing in the archway, making as much noise as possible, and they are charging him from a distance. And you are going to engage them first, kind of like in the halfway point of them heading to Big.
Yeah, whoever I get to first.
Big, do you
You
stand
say
your
you're
ground
gonna
or
take the charge?
No, because it's gonna take me longer because
She's
it's
snuck.
slower.
Snuck it.
They'll probably still hit you first. I have to like get in
I was
position.
just afraid of you going like, and stabbing one, and they all just fucking trample you.
are you
I'm fast.
are you
No, wait over here.
are you charging or standing your ground, Big?
Standing my ground.
Okay. As you stand your ground, you see the 4 of them charge at you, and the front of their bodies, like their chest and especially their facial region, is just covered in blood,
Ew.
and they are bearing very large teeth as they're running at you. Yes.
If I said like something along the lines of me bracing and like locking my shield on the ground and just kind of waiting thing, would that give me any kind of bonus to defense?
I would consider it. Yes.
Then that is what I would like to do. I'm shifting my weight so it's like I'm almost like
You're anticipating a large
left
force.
foot forward, right foot back, like crouched down halfway and shield just locked down as hard as I can, expecting to just take this hit and shove back. Like Tommy's 300 reference, I
Yeah.
am phalanxing with just myself.
Gotcha. The 4 of them charge you, or are still charging you, and one of them is suddenly engaged by Toshi.
Oh.
And at what point will they be engaged with Frozen Plain? Just because I don't know where I am.
They're going to be entering your frozen plane like as they are like in like minor action distance away from Big.
Okay.
So
So they
as they're
can't-
approaching Big, they
They
will
can't
be.
see me, right?
Not yet. I imagine since you said you want to engage
I'm
them,
just
that
not
you're
used to
about
getting there
to-
first before everyone else.
Well, you were ahead of the
It's
party.
slower.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
And they're running toward, not toward you, but like past you. So you're able to just kind of like easily intercept them
Yeah, I did kind of.
right from behind. Yeah.
You want to do that, or you want to come at him from behind after they fight me, Jenny?
No, I don't mind. I don't care.
Okay.
Because I can disengage. If I'm successful. Hopefully I am. If not, yeah, whatever.
So the one closest to you
Yeah.
would be
closest to you,
on
why not?
Big's right.
Okay, cool. I'm going to backstab him. With 13 plus.
That is successful.
6 plus 5.
Yeah. That's successful.
Oh, cool. Okay. That's 39. And that 50% silence thing.
39. I'm gonna let you know right now. You don't have to roll for silence on these guys. They cannot
Oh.
cast spells.
Oh, okay.
That was
I will remember
a little
that.
bit more information than I'm willing to give, but I'm being nice.
Well, I'm not going to cast scan anyway. So.
Well, there you go.
Well, you would need to tell me whether that worked or not, because I'd be annoying and bothering about it.
Okay. It's all good. So you dealt your 39 damage. What else would you like to do?
I did. Can I use my sword again to hit him, like, whatever?
Yeah, your offhand attack, yeah.
With a 9?
With your bonuses, that is successful.
Okay, cool. 10.
You got a... Oh, I forgot you're using your katana.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
that's what
And you're
I-
two-handing it.
Yeah.
So that you can't attack twice.
You don't have an offhand attack.
Oh.
I was still in the
I just
impression
get to
that you
hit
were
it
dual
once.
wielding,
I don't
yes.
get a minor attack? or a minor action?
Well, you do get a minor action.
Which
it's
is?
just that
Hitting him with my sword. Again.
it used to be that
Oh, okay.
when you were dual wielding, you had a main and an offhand attack that would both take place at the same time as it does for a major action.
Okay.
But a major action now, since you're two-handing it,
Yeah.
is just the two-handed strike.
Okay. So what would the minor action
So
be?
your minor action is going to be
Movement or speech or-
using something off of your belt.
That's why I never get to swing twice.
I usually don't do my minor action anything
I
at
forgot what I
all.
meant. Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay.
But you did do good damage with your katana on that backstab.
Cool, I just disengage then, whatever.
Okay.
With a 9 plus
Okay.
the 6.
Also, you will be able to attack twice if you were to get some sort of like a combo ability like add cut, or in the warrior tree there's combo and flow and stuff like that. So if you
Yeah,
want
I'll be
extra
getting
attacks,
those.
you can look at
Yeah,
those.
I just thought a minor action would be hitting again, but like that, just that
Got it.
the hitting thing. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah. Alright, you are successful in your disengage. You feel confident in your sneaking abilities.
Oh, cool. Okay, I get out of the way.
The one that you attack stops, and the other three continue charging at.
Oh, good.
Big.
I'll just get rid of that one eventually then.
They approach Big now and get within frozen plain range, so they do not have initiative over Big. But just as they are about to collide, Shiva descends from the heavens.
Can I ask a question? Sorry.
What
Can
does
I-
Shiva do? Sorry.
Could I have used Death Sentence or Dirty Fighting as a minor? Since neither of those.
They are both major actions.
Oh, they're both major actions. Okay. Okay, I see. Never mind.
That's why I didn't use Death Sentence much as Phobos. It was way more effective just to stab the shit out of people.
I enjoy trying to see if I can use it on, like, whatever the lead enemy is and if it'll work. But that's the only time I would use it. For, like, equally large enemies, I don't see the point.
You thin out their numbers and
That's
focus
true.
damage on the other three targets.
Yep, tag one and then we kill the others.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. I could have done that.
Your backstab do so much fucking damage anyway.
Zen, what does Shiva do?
Fuck him up!
5.
Yay!
Terrific.
Nice!
Eight. And 1.
Oh boy.
9 to 24 is 33 elemental damage to all enemy. All right, no, sorry. I read the wrong one. It was 9 plus 20, so 29 to all within 20 feet. That's unfortunate, but oh well.
Okay. That's good damage.
And then my action is to hunker down and summon Carbuncle for 2 turns.
Oh.
Ooh.
14 casts.
Could he just keep summoning if he has an MP?
If I do the right sort of pairing. Yeah.
Wow.
You begin summoning Carbuncle for 2 turns. Terrific.
Interesting.
I'm gonna say it is enemy phase. However, before they start their attacks, I'm going to give you the initiative. Big. Your attack's gonna go out first.
Are any of the 3 approaching me closer than the others?
No, the 3 of them approaching you are about equally distanced. They're kind of charging at you like shoulder to
the
shoulder.
Right. I'd like to get into range of the one fucking dead center of those 3, and I'd like to use Slam.
Okay.
So minor action to get up to him, and then no, I don't want to fucking update my computer. Go away. There we go. That is an 15 to hit.
Okay. You leave your defensive stance and slam the one in the center with a 15, which is successful. Go ahead and roll your damage.
That is D8 and a D6. Not terrible. So that's 2 plus that is 10 plus 18 plus 6. It's 24 damage, 6 of it being fire. And it is stunned.
Don't you mean stunned?
Stunned. No, it'd be stunned.
Stunned.
It resists your stun effect.
Oh, what a
What a
jerk.
cunt.
Yeah. However, it seems relatively beaten up by being slammed and then, or iced over and then slammed. So that's good.
Okay.
Any
that is my...
phase. The one that you just slammed engages you.
Okay.
The one that Toshi backstabbed stays its ground and is searching
For me.
for Toshi. And then
Nice.
the other two that were hit with ice run after Zen. They try to get past you. Alright. Are you taunting both of them?
Yeah. I'll leave the one that's looking for Toshi, though.
Okay.
Thanks. I think I can handle it.
If I'm attacked the sequential turn after I begin channeling, does the channeling end?
No.
Oh,
Unless,
thank God.
Unless if they have like a silent strike or DM discretion if you take several critical hits or something like that. But for the most part, no.
Okay.
3 of them. So you're going to take 3 attacks.
Jesus, Jeff, you're doing that so hard that my camera's just going like this.
Or actually, be 6 attacks. Because they're going to fist you.
Well,
Yeah.
armor's 14.
14? Okay, you got your shield out.
Yep.
Ugh, I was so close on that one. Dang.
Oh, darn.
Oh, darn.
That probably means it's good for us.
I'm gonna go down to like 2 HP in this one round.
You were hit 3 of the 6 times. Yay, defense.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
That's not bad.
And by yay, defense, I mean, fuck you, big.
He means fuck you, bigly.
Yeah. The 3 hits is going to be 14 damage on each, which is going to be 12
Down
each.
12 for each, so 36.
You take 36 damage.
That brings me to Jesus Christ, 45.
Woo!
45 out of 81. Boom.
You're like, ow. Let's see
Our
here.
healer, though.
Ooh, I rolled doubles. Oh, so close. But I can still do that. Alright, the one that was at lower health that you slammed goes in for a retaliation bite ability after hitting you once. That was 2 fistings. And it's unsuccessful at damaging you with its bite. So, yay for that.
Jam the shield in its mouth, and I'm prepared to stab it.
Basically. It goes for a bite, but you're just like, no. Get away from me, you freak. Alright, the one searching for Toshi is unsuccessful.
Good.
And stands around like a friggin' moron. Awesome. It is player phase, and yeah, Toshi.
Yay, cool. Could a minor action be taking some shit off my belt and throwing it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I should have done that the first time. I have 2 extra belt slots with.
So you're gonna keep a distance from this large creature, just like throw shit at it?
How close am I to it right now?
You are in stealth, because it can't find you.
Okay. But how close am I to it?
Well, you were right up on it. Then you disengaged. So at that point, your disengage puts you in sneak mode, and since you had a minor action left, you can use that minor action to say, I want to travel so far away from the enemy, or stay my ground.
No, because I want to backstab it first.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Go ahead and backstab it.
12 plus 6 plus 5.
You're successful. So another 39.
39.
It dies.
Yay. Is anybody by chance counting the damage on that one?
78.
Oh wow, not as high as I thought. Okay.
And
Well, it was backstabbed,
and it had your.
and then ice.
Oh, I forgot
so
about the
I
ice.
did
And then
like 80 by
backstab.
myself ish, and then Shiva.
So yeah, she did 78 plus 29.
Okay, so how far away are the other ones?
So their threshold's 150.
They're
or something,
a
or
little
so.
over a minor action away, so
120.
you can close the gap, but not quite reach them
Can I
right
throw
now.
something at them?
Yes, you
Reach
can.
them. Okay, cool. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna throw my stupid crude dagger at whichever one is closest.
Did you get shurikens recently?
Yes.
Oh, well, you want to use your dagger
Yes.
specifically? Okay.
I do. Just
Use the dagger
what's he using
on.
freaking crude dagger for? They're expendable, so I keep using them to throw at people.
True.
Because whatever. Whichever one's closest. I don't really care. 17 plus
Oh.
the 5 plus the 6.
That hits.
Cool.
You're gonna roll a
1d4.
d4, and then add strength and cunning.
$14.
Do 14 damage. Excellent.
And
It
disengage,
means a
please.
satisfactory. That
Where to
sticks into
hit?
its back.
Oh, and it's back. I'm
Yes.
such a bitch. Okay.
You want it.
I'm going to disengage.
Just wondering where the fuck you were going with that.
Oh shit, with a 2, but I have the 6.
Right. Okay, it was not successful.
Oh.
The one that you stuck in its back looks over its shoulder and clearly sees you standing in the middle of the courtyard.
Cool, you're next.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big.
I did use mana on
I would like to attack the one that bit at me. For
Okay.
flavor, I'd like to say that when it tried to bite, I stuck my shield in its mouth, and now I'm going for a stab underneath its chin. And
Right. Right.
Just for flavor, not a cold shot.
Oh, okay.
17 to hit.
You know, if it was real flavor, you would have made that a called shot, sir.
I've been burned on call shots before, Jeff.
But
And I did
sometimes,
pretty decent damage to it, so I'm hoping it's just
sometimes
going
it's
to expire.
amazing. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Alright, so that is 16, 5 of it being fire.
16 damage. It is very peeved by the fact that its bite failed and then you so successfully stabbed it in its chestular area.
Yes.
Is that all for you?
That's it. Oh fuck, I
Zen.
forgot I had a ranged weapon. Oh well.
She was going to go first and then Carbuncle will summon.
I can't choose.
Actually, come and think of it, both say that they go at the beginning of your phase. So yeah, you can choose whatever you like.
Because Carbuncle is supportive, I would prefer there's a chance that Faith would happen.
I know exactly what you mean. Yes,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Okay. So I'm hoping for Faith.
Got it. Carbuncle comes out.
1, so not Faith. But weapon damage is 3d8. Oh,
It's like having
2.
an extra melee character.
8
That's okay.
and 3. So 13. That's unfortunate. So 13. 13 plus 3.
Yeah.
13 plus 16, so 29 to somebody. And so this cute little ruby fox comes out, just whams somebody for
An
29.
adorable fox.
Aww.
Basically, well, actually, I didn't even
A
say how it's summoned.
Vulpix!
All right, so yeah, it's actually kind of like Eevee Vulpix
Yes.
looking.
Oh.
It's
With a ruby.
It basically has a ruby on its forehead, and the way it appears is behind Zen, and it walks through basically like an invisible wall, like it suddenly just walks into existence. If you can imagine walking through a mirror or something.
Are his attacks physical, or is it like a beam from the ruby light?
It attacks physically.
Okay.
It basically he just walks into existence, kind of goes, and then jumps and attacks the one that big just attacked.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then Shiva, 4, which is also her weapon.
Woo.
4, 6 is 10, 3 is 13 again, plus 15, which is 28. So 1 less than Carbuncle to a random target.
she bitch slaps the one that Big and Carbuncle have both attacked this turn, and it dies.
Cool.
And then Shiva.
And then she poofs.
And then Shiva poofs.
And then I zap the one that Jenny just backstabbed.
Or threw a knife at.
Threw the dagger at?
Yeah, the one that you said turn around and
He
saw
means
her in the
in a
middle of the
different
courtyard.
sense of the word.
Yes.
Not
So-
the move, but
Yeah,
what I
I know.
did to him with the dagger.
So I zap for 14.
14. Okay. There are only 2 standing. The one that you just zapped after having a dagger thrown into its back seems relatively injured. And then there's another one that's still like next to Big, and it just has ice all over it.
All these meditations that I'm doing, channeling assistance and whatnot, has like caused me to be more centered with my chi and my chakras.
Shut the
And
fuck
so I am so like into like Zen mode that I don't even have a funny quip. I'm just like zap, and I'm
He
like
doesn't even have a funny quip.
You're
like
just
that's it.
So you've totally zenned out?
Yeah.
Yes, he has entered battle zen.
You might say I was battle meditating.
No, you weren't.
Aw.
Oh,
The
The
one
bards kind of are battle meditators. I mean, come on.
that was that spotted Toshi turns away from Big and begins charging over towards Toshi.
Toshi, you want this, or should I,
I got it.
Excellent. And then the one that was still on Big
Trevor's like, thank God.
really,
No, you've got enough on your plate. I think
really,
I can
really
make it.
wants to attack Zen, but you're immediately right there, and you have kind of equal threat after taunting, so he attacks you.
fight me, motherfucker?
Swing, miss, swing, hit,
I will bleed
dealing
you like
14,
suck pig.
minus 2 damage, 12 damage to you, good sir.
Yeah.
Adrenaline rush!
I will bleed him like stuck pig.
Player phase, Toshi. You see a large creature charging at you.
Cool, I'm gonna slice and dice him. With my sword. Oh, the 12.
Success.
Six. So, okay. I'll do the bleedy damage first.
Alright.
Oh. 10 bleeding damage. And 22 for the hitting him with my sword bit.
Excellent. What else would you like to do?
Ah, goodness. I would like to throw one of my shurikens at him
Sure.
You can.
and aim for his eyeball, because why not? Oh, with a 9 plus a 5 plus 6.
Well, the call shot's going to get a little bit of a minus.
Okay.
So it's going to be
It's
a...
fun to do sometimes.
Oh, what were your pluses again?
That's 5 attack total and 6 cunning.
It's going to be your dexterity score added to it.
7 dexterity.
Okay, so you got 7
Should I
dexterity.
do my dex every
Plus,
time and not my cunning?
Yeah, for attack rolls.
Oh shit!
Yes.
Okay.
That's okay.
It should
They're,
be
they're,
7 all
they're
the time
similar
and not
scores.
6.
It's okay. And I know that you have like arms training and stuff like that too. So
Yeah, I have arms training and accuracy.
the called shot to the eye is still successful.
Oh, with all my
miraculously,
shit. That's
because you have so
awesome.
many bonuses. It hits
Cool.
directly below its eye, and it cuts into his face deep and sticks there, and he goes, and he's kind of like bleeding out, and he just falls on its back and dies.
Yes! Awesome.
So it was just charging at you, and then you were like,
So we have 1 left, right?
Mhm.
Then I'm not going to bother disengaging.
No, now it's my turn to do damage.
Okay.
True.
Awesome.
So for a minor action, I would like to switch to my large axe of sundering.
okay.
And then with Adrenaline Rush active, I would like to use Slam.
Excellent.
And pray to God that I don't miss.
Well, you just jinxed it, so good luck.
Right?
Uh-oh. Well, if you rolled more like a...
13 on the floor.
Doesn't count. If you rolled more like a normal person, you wouldn't be having this trouble right now.
Well, that's okay, because that was a natural 14.
Great.
So that's 20 to hit.
Success.
Cool. Alright, so with a 14, does that say double its Thanks.
It's 14 plus 6, you said?
Yeah, 20.
So close. But no.
Alright, so that's still 4d6. 4 plus 1 is 5. Plus 1 is 6. Plus 1 is 7. Wow.
Holy crap.
That sucks.
It
Plus
does.
strength is 15. Plus constitution twice is 31. And stun. Wow, that sucked. Jesus Christ.
Yes, it did. And it does not resist the stun effect. It is stunned. And it's the last one. Zen.
Yeah, I took a bit of a risk on that one, so
I
yeah.
thought
now
about-
get back.
Carbuncle.
Stunning.
Carbuncle. 6. Though I don't actually remember what his 6 ability
I
is.
think it's Reflect.
Ruby Light.
It is Ruby Light. Cast Reflect on all allies for 2 turns, reflecting any hostile magic. So unfortunately, it's nothing for us. But
Cast Ruby Light on you guys and then dissipates.
there is a chance.
He basically walks back through the mirror, so to speak. I hope you guys are able to visualize that. This is kind of like, imagine like this invisible mirror and it just walks in and out of...
Also just into existence.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say just regular attacks, guys. It's stunned. If we all just do regular, it's all gonna die within like a turn or two.
Okay, 14.
You zap it for 14. Enemy phase. It gets out of its stun, looks big, and seems troubled, as it is very injured already. Toshi,
This isn't good.
basically.
Hey, Jenny.
Yes.
Can I kill it since you got the other two?
Wow, look at
Well,
it.
then
I zap it
this
for
turn.
14.
Just can I go first? And if it's still alive, you
Yes,
kill
yes, you can go first. There you go.
it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Tommy wants the zapper for 14. Do you allow him?
No, fuck you.
I would like Big to take it.
Besides,
Sorry.
I only rolled 9.
He
9
got,
plus
he got
what?
wailed on.
No, that is the plus. It's 3 plus 6.
You miss horribly.
I cast for
Never
14.
mind. Go for it, Toshi.
14. It is still alive, but
God
it's
damn it.
barely hanging on.
Alright, here
Stab
comes
it through the
another
face.
stupid... I'm gonna... Oh.
If you rolled more like a normal person.
Shut up. Okay.
Where is it? Where is it?
Alright, I'm gonna try to chop off his head.
Oh,
That's
you
badass.
cannot reach.
Okay, I'm gonna throw Shuriken at his other eye.
Why not just... Never mind.
Shut up.
She wants
19, that's a crit for me.
Bam.
It stabs right in the eyeball, and it actually digs so deeply, like the whole shuriken is actually in its head, basically.
How am I gonna get that out now?
Well, you tell me. You have to do
Not
some
an
digging.
axe.
Yeah. It dies.
Okay. I can't get them.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. I can get them out, right? I can use them again.
Yeah, they're not destructible.
What about
DM
that
discretion.
stupid crude dagger I threw? Is that destroyed?
I didn't roll for it, actually, because it's part of the looting phase.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But it is still in good enough
I just
condition.
keep thinking of these things. Oh, I can have it back?
Yeah.
Okay.
You get your crew dagger and both your shurikens back. Congratulations. And you wipe off your katana blade and feel very happy with yourself. I
Good
imagine.
job, sword.
Good job, sword.
Good job, sword. You guys receive, it's going to be 320 experience points.
Wow, each?
Yes.
Nope, split between us.
Yep.
Like a Kevin face from The Office. Wow, each?
You split the 320 experience points, resulting in 107 each.
Dear God.
Yeah.
One of us gets 106.
Yes. So congratulations, guys. You get 320 experience points, and there's 4 very large, hairy corpses near you guys.
I'm concerned about proceeding.
Why? Because I'm only at 30 hit points?
Can we rest here?
You may, if you like.
I think
I
that we
can-
should leave the monastery if we're going to rest.
I agree.
You think so? Okay, let's leave the monastery and rest and come back.
There's a much higher likelihood that they're going to attack us all the time.
Oh wait, though, we should loot them for other stuff.
As Toshi was eluding her equipment back, she catches out of the corner of her eye a very large square runic pattern in the middle of the courtyard.
I say that will be there when we get back.
Yeah,
Let's go
that's
rest.
exactly what I was gonna say. My sentiments exactly.
Except with a Japanese
pull
accent.
my bleeding body and say, hey.
Toshi, as you peanut butter? I'm good. As you walk away from it, you think to yourself, I've seen that before.
Oh.
Rather recently, too.
I leave.
I'll be back.
Okay. You guys leave the monastery.
Rooms.
Like just outside the doors, or like on the path where like that pike corpse thing was?
By the pike.
Hot bike.
Right around the river bend. Just around.
And I only have MP to heal, so I can stand watch while you guys heal HP.
And then we'll wait 1 more hour. Or I wasn't hurt. I just need 1 hour to cure MP.
It's just me.
So let's let him full on rest like for 8 hours or whatever.
Rest.
And we'll switch off. Like I rest to get MP, then you rest to get MP, and then we'll both be awake. That's what we do.
I
Go.
slather myself with healing salve and then immediately pass out.
How many of those do you have left, by the way?
This will be after this one left.
Okay. You use a healing salve during this rest, making it so that you only need to rest for 4 hours in order to recover 8 hours worth of HP. So you have the choice of resting for 4 hours, which would put it in early evening, or a full 8 hours being like straight up nighttime.
What do you guys think? Early evening and try and go back?
Or 1 hour and just say, fuck your healing salve, we just need MP.
I'm a bit afraid to go there at night.
Yeah, me too. Without a healer. But I want him to heal all the way.
Well, because I got the healing salve, so 4 hours will get me fully healed and it'll be evening.
Okay.
8 hours and it'll be dead at night, and then we'll just might as well stay the rest until morning. So if you guys want to try and go in on this same calendar day, I just got to use my healing salve.
Okay.
I want to wait. There's no point in using another healing salve. If
Salve.
So you're in the 4
I
hours?
said I slathered myself.
Ew.
He has used the healing salve.
or you can
So
use
4 hours it is.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Alright.
He's just saying.
I'm just saying. It has been used.
Okay. Toshi uses this time to go relieve itself.
Okay.
Itself.
Isn't that because I have to pee? And boy.
Really? I didn't get that.
Shut up.
Terrific. You all rest for 4 hours.
Did we die?
Yes. Campaign's over.
Alright, cool.
You have no idea what killed you.
See ya.
And Dario just came out of the ground and ate you all.
Excellent.
Cool. Alright, the healing salve did a good job of healing you. You have 8 constitution, correct?
Correct.
Excellent. Zen and Toshi are fully restored on MP. Big, you are also fully restored on MP, and you heal 4 hours. So, what's your missing HP amount?
I was at 30 out of 81.
Okay. So I'm gonna put you at 26 HP healed.
Yeah, that's not so great.
No.
Keep resting throughout the night, like you said. Just try again tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm personally okay with that, since we don't have a healer.
Yeah, I don't want to go in there at anything less than full.
And suddenly the whole party misses Soul.
We miss her constantly.
I was gonna say, what do you mean suddenly?
Oh.
Suddenly,
Alright. So are we
life
doing?
has new meaning.
If you were to rest for another 8 hours, that would put you in like very late night, like after the talk shows have ended.
What if I sleep until that time and then we just continue chilling at a makeshift camp until sunrise?
You could do that.
So effectively, we rest for like 16 hours.
Yeah, if you rest all the way till sunrise, that'll put you at full HP for sure.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
Let's just do that.
Let's just do that.
Wow. Okay, I rolled a 12. So you are all at full.
Oh.
It is just before sunrise.
Oh.
It is misty and cold up on the cliff
Oh.
top. However, that doesn't seem to deter you guys,
Oh.
seeing as how you are all quite experienced travelers now,
Oh.
and
You're not as experienced as a grip blade.
Yeah, and you're not in the cold plains, so it's not quite as cold as that.
In the frozen plains?
We're foreign.
Yeah, what a
Yes.
racist he was. Could you believe that comment?
Also, I'm from where it's cold, so yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm from on the borders of where it's cold, I believe is where I said my village
I literally
was.
have cold resistance thanks to my background.
Back when my village existed,
Mm.
in the realm of men
Yeah.
and beasts.
By the way, Jeff, I've switched back to the sword shield combo.
Okay, terrific. You all feel very filled with energy.
You are filled with determination. This is
We
Undertale.
go back to that same room, and suddenly those 4 abominations have come back to life.
Oh God.
And Zen,
Yes,
as
darling.
the sun crests over the horizon, you feel
Bitter.
like awkwardly good about today.
How do I feel?
Emphasis on
Awkwardly good?
Yes,
How does that make sense?
because it doesn't make sense to you why you feel good, but you do. You have a good feeling about today, in other words.
I have to go look at some runes, guys. Who wants to go look at runes with me?
I will go with you. Maybe it's a portal to hell.
We're in hell.
Perhaps the real hell is the one that we are living in right now.
Friendship was the real treasure all along.
Big suddenly can talk and says that. I'm like, you should have stuck with Big.
That was for me walking back in
Got you.
with my
You
buddies.
see Toshi walk back towards the monastery, and you guys are like, well, should we go?
Yeah.
Alright.
Berg.
You see Big start following Toshi. Zen.
Ow.
I
Berg.
look at the horizon,
Mm.
trying to understand myself, and do one magic check to see if I can feel him nearby.
Feel who you're by.
Backstory time.
Backstory him.
Ooh, I don't know your backstory. Does the DM know?
15 plus 11.
You are unsure.
Okay.
Does
So-
the DM know?
Yeah, he knows. He's just teasing me, wanting me to say it out loud.
Oh.
So,
I want him
unsureness.
to so bad.
Unsureness means there's a possibility. Meaning it's not an outright no. Meaning I proceed, my knees go up high as I march after them.
There's a gay lover.
And my heavy balls just
Because he
like
thought to
are
himself.
really weighing me down, and so they just like keep like knocking into my legs as I'm like doing this.
Same, bro.
The same, bro.
Dear Lord. Hairy goat balls just swinging around.
Not attractive.
Like
Zen
a
does not wear pants.
You walk back through the archway of the monastery, and it is still that morning stillness after a very hard-fought battle. Rays of sunlight shining the dimly lit monastery.
Make my way to the runes.
I make my way downtown and then follow her to the room.
Okay, great.
Walk
Walk
fast.
fast, face this pass. Home now.
You walk up to the runes, stepping over the 4 corpses.
How are they looking? Are they okay?
They're looking bad.
Oh.
They're looking like as if they're dead.
One's got really fucked up eyes. I didn't have
Yeah.
anything to do with that.
Yeah, really fucked up eyes. Yeah. You examine the runes, and you're all familiar with this rune. You're like, I've definitely seen this before. And there are 2 unlit, sort of like candle holders, so to speak, or unlit torches on either end of the runes.
You should light them with a mage light.
Toshi turns to me and says this, and I'm like, and then I give him my staff, and I'm like, okay.
Give me d20s.
Okay. 5 plus 7.
That's not a 20.
This
11.
is a 7 now. Because I was adding the wrong stat.
Zen,
Yes, darling.
you seem
My love.
overwhelmed with embarrassment that you didn't recognize the rune outright before. But
Oh.
it just dawned on you now. You're like,
I just wanted to light the damn things first.
this is a waypoint back to town, guys.
I kind of look at it, took a time to go.
Well, I wanted to light it first. I thought it would be pretty.
So we went and we chilled outside for a day and a half.
Yeah.
We got back
To be fair,
Excuse me, but it's better safe than sorry in a normal game.
He
let
was
alone this
really,
bullshit.
he was really trying to get us to know that too, without telling us blatantly, no, fucking look at it. He was doing everything short of that too.
And I was
There's
like,
a rune. It's familiar.
It'll be here
Recently.
when we come back. It'll be there. Oh well.
Oh my god. I'm sorry, Jeff.
to be fair, Trevor, it's only been 3/4 of a day. You guys walked upon the monastery in the late afternoon.
Thank you.
It's
Jack.
morning
That
now.
makes me feel much better that we wasted 16 hours rather than 36.
Well, anyway, that's cool, but should we explore more of this
18. Fuck
place
it, in my math wrong.
first?
Do I feel like a puzzle piece is just slid into place because I feel like the reason that it's a good day is because I was about to find a waypoint home?
You don't know.
Fuck! I light the torches and ignite the portal.
Stand in the middle of the portal.
You don't think there's more to look at here?
I'm sure there is,
Or
but
do
at
we
least
want to bring
he's just
Katie back
activating it.
later?
There's-
Oh, you're doing what I wanted to do with you. So I thought it would be fun.
I say Hominum
Still
Revelio,
my kill, so.
and I
Shut up.
Well, as he's
Just
lighting the
kidding,
torches, you
just
can be
kidding.
there with him, Toshi.
Okay.
You're there with him.
Hold my hand.
actually I do have an idea about what I want to do.
Okay.
I ignite the torches that I'm sure are there. Okay, does the portal glow blue or whatever color it is? Okay, I step into it without hesitation.
Okay.
Am I back at the rogue encampment?
You're standing on the rune in the middle of it, and you feel a connection
Okay.
to other places.
I will myself to return to the rogue encampment then.
There you go.
Okay, so when I arrive, I step off the plate, not even waiting for my party, sorry, and I just go to Michael Caine, and I'm just like, hey,
Michael Caine.
guess what? It's open. You can come now. You gonna fight with us? Probably not. You're old. Okay, see ya. The portal's open. Bye.
Ah, the waypoint.
Ah!
Yes, the waypoint that the ancient Haradrim had placed there at the monastery. That the monastery was built around centuries ago.
I'm waiting for Zen to just walk away.
I was just gonna say, like, he didn't even hesitate to adopt the voice of Deckard Cain. He's good.
You have no idea how monologue-y Deckard Cain is.
Like he's still talking. I can't think of as much as he would
Is he
say.
Tom Bombadil, but like Diablo
Yeah. He's just talking right now, and he has like this excitement in his voice, like, "Ah, yes, the waypoint."
I very
very
quickly
useful."
run to Flavi, find her, grab her, and say, I need a favor. And then bring her to Deckard Cain, set her right in front of him, and then, no, this is funny. And then I leave for the portal again and say, thank you, and I head back to the monastery.
She wasn't there, but it's funny because you used her as a decoy. Like, talk to her instead. Okay, bye. Yeah.
And I have a scroll of decoy.
You know, if you liked Flavi, you wouldn't have made her put up with that.
You said she wasn't there, so it's a moot point.
Exactly.
I do kind of feel like bringing Akara, though, to the monastery. She probably wouldn't go anyway. But still.
Is it a two-way portal?
Yeah.
How come we didn't know it was there before?
Because we didn't
Because
investigate it.
wasn't activated.
That's so magical.
You can only access
That's really
points that have
cool.
been activated.
That's cool. That's creative. Diablo.
Good job,
I mean,
Blizzard
Jeff.
Entertainment.
Wow. So, is there any...
I'm still sitting at the fucking waypoint waiting for Zen to come back, like looking at an imaginary watch because technology doesn't exist.
I'm there
I
too.
come back, and I
Hanging
tell
out
them
with you.
both, hey, they know that there's a portal now, so if they want to send help, which probably they won't because it's a video game, they can. So, I save my file, and I look at my companions and I say, should we wait to proceed further and when we have a priest?
Yes. And it's late.
I look at the plethora of scars on my body and kind of
Oh.
leave it up to you.
I look up at the sky, I look at God, which is Jeffrey's face, and I say,
You
until
babysit
another day.
from Teletubbies?
By
I'm
the way, I
sorry.
imagine when you look up to Jeff God's face, it's actually him as the little Pflegl creature caterpillar thing. from that
Pflegling.
one. It's
Oh,
just in the
Pflegling.
sky, like,
Yeah, a little flagling in the sky.
Pflegl, that's what it was.
I saw Baby Sun from Teletubbies because I have a problem. But it was like your face.
Jeff, please, if you can, find the picture of the Pflegling at some point. Just send it to Jenny in the dead of night.
Yeah, I did.
Or
Ooh.
make that the new title screen or the screen
I
picture for the
never
video.
got to see Flaglings, I don't think,
Really?
or experience them. Maybe once, but I don't know what it looks like.
It's
Does
in
it look
Katie's
like you?
photos.
Oh.
It's my face superimposed on some like caterpillar.
Was it a malevolent creature?
Flaglings are low-level creatures that I've created in my campaign that have recurred in previous campaigns, but not in this one or the Final Fantasy VIII one because they don't exist in these universes. But
It's like
in
this
other
little,
fantasy
like, demon
campaigns,
caterpillar thing.
I've had Flaglings exist. Yes.
And it was like, who did it? Was it Katie who photoshopped it?
Yes.
Probably.
And
Yes,
she
it
put your face onto like the picture of like the fucking caterpillar from Bug's Life, and then with little raptor claws.
I'm like,
And like, I say Photoshop, I mean badly Photoshop.
Yeah. Like it's just
like on
thrown together in
purpose.
2 minutes.
To be ironic.
Like
Yes.
crop, paste, crop,
Yeah.
paste.
Yeah.
Done.
Alrighty, guys. You are looking out the courtyard, and there's the archway in whence you came from, leading back to the entryway. And then there are 3 sets of double doors, all of which are closed. One dead ahead, one to the left, and another to the left. I'm getting one to the right.
Take it back now, y'all.
So you got front, left, and right.
2 hops this time. Slide to the right.
Which way will we go? Tune in next week when we
Alright.
have our healer.
The Flagling looks very upset.
I'm sorry, Pflegl, but we're afraid of dying.
Yeah, well.
And it's
you should
late.
be.
You should be. We're in a boss area.
Hey!
I can't. I was looking at the clock, dude. I can't read it. I'm not
But
lying.
you can't read what's on there, but you can read his
Why
clock.
By doing that? Yes.
Get
God.
a watch.
Oh, you're funny.
My phone died. I don't have a watch.
Alright, guys.
I wouldn't lie about something like that.
What
It's
did I
not
say, bye?
fun.
3, 2,
Cheat and
One.
know things.
bye!
Bye.
Oh, okay, Trevor said bye very quietly at the end. Want to make sure he actually
Oh,
said
look,
it.
it's
Hey,
just
you
been
know
my
what?
boob
Whenever
this
I
whole
talk
time.
and
That's
you guys
great.
talk, it just kills me. I
It's just-
swear to God, I did it this
Well, you're
time.
leaning like all the way back right now. Oh, you know what? I think it may have just been your boob the whole time.
That's great. We're gonna get lots of viewers.
My God.
You know,
I should have not run the TikTok.
I don't
with me.
think it. Right. I don't think it's really an issue in the other recordings because
This is Katie.
it's Katie and she's usually leaning forward, doodling.
Mine doesn't have her breasts out usually either.
Yeah, she's rather conservative with those. We'll go ahead and stop recording.
No comment.
Oh shit! It was still recording. Oh, it's fine. Whatever. That's